Hi there, it's Linda here. Thanks so much for joining me today as I have a fun time with these new goodies. I'm playing with the fabulous new Friendly Fox from MFT, just showing you there with my finger how big he is across the body. And when I saw him, I just could not wait to get my hands on him and have a fun play. So I'm mixing a few stamp sets to add some details to the bookmarks that I'm making today with this little Friendly Fox. There's all the pieces. I've just cut them apart with my wire snips as you do. There's his little nose and eyes. You get a little piece for the nose if you want to do a different colour. And that's his tail. There are his ears. I left them together, and they're the little white bits for the ends of his paws. So I've cut out the cardstock that I'll be using today, a bit of a production line going on. And I'm using these new blender brushes. They are not the life-changing ones because $35 was the cheapest you could get those in Australia, and I wasn't going to pay that. So I got these on Amazon for $13 plus postage. I had them in my hands for 20 bucks. I don't know what the other ones are like, so I can't tell you how they compare. When I have a play with the real ones at my friend's place, Therese, I'm on the way, I'm going to have a play, love. Then I'll let you know, but these work fine. I could easily blend the colour. I was just adding a bit of colour onto my Friendly Fox pieces. I saw Laura Basson do this, the fabulous Laura, and I love the idea of just giving them a bit of extra dimension. So I'm using the little tiny brush to add a little bit of, just a touch of pink to the inner ear, and this little blending brush worked beautifully for that. So just putting my first little Friendly Fox together here, using some liquid glue to add his little facial fur, and he really goes together very easily. There's a little mark that the die cut creates to show you exactly where you need to put your glue for this little nose and mouth piece. And I tell you, his little face just, oh, I love it. I think it's so gorgeous, cute. Oh, isn't he beautiful? Put his little eyes on and it just looks so friendly and sweet. This little fella, I tell you, sometimes there's just these things that you see them and you just have to play with them, and that's how it was for me and the Friendly Fox. You see, I'm a teacher, and I knew that this little fella would make some gorgeous bookmarks, and I love to give those to the kids at school. I was a teacher librarian for 30 years, so books and reading are very dear to my heart, and I love to give bookmarks to the kids that I work with. So that's what I'm making today, and this is just the first set I'll make. I'll continue making some over the coming days, but I just thought I'd make a video to show you this process. He's very easy to put together. All his little pieces stick nicely on top of each other, and they all add beautiful detail. You can add the furry tail on the either side of the fox. I'm just working out where I need my glue there. Bit of glue on the back, and that will hold his tail in position. You could of course use foam tape too if you wanted anything to have dimension. Right, that would certainly work as well. Being that I'm making bookmarks, I do want them to be relatively flat because they're going to sit inside the books with the little Friendly Fox's ears or his face sticking out the top. This little blender brush, this tiny little round one, is fabulous for adding just a little pink tinge with the Spun Sugar Distress ink to his cheeks, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. This was the first fox I made, and the one error I made was not adding his little arms earlier. So I can tell you that getting those little arms in there, you haven't seen the process today because I nearly ripped and tore and shredded him to get that there. I'm just showing you the books that I used from a mudra set, and that's how I'm adding it to a fishtail die cut from MFT. And I will show you how I add the arms correctly on a later little fox, because that first one I definitely didn't add them early enough and it was very hard to get them in under his little furry head. So just adding now my tape so that I can position my little fox at the top of the fishtail die cut, and then I'll add a sentiment on the die cut which will be something to do with reading or something inspiring for the kids at school. This one says keep calm and read on, and I decided that I did want to colour the books, and this red shimmer pen is leaking a little bit, so I've got to treat it with a bit of care. But I bought these in a set, the red, the blue and the green, and I decided I will colour the books, but I'm just going to do something quickly. I didn't want to have to do Copics with shading or anything, so I used these three colours and they add a beautiful shimmer, which is just a nice little addition. So I'm just showing you there the pens, the Spectrum Noir shimmer pens, and as you can see they just add a lovely little detail. So here we go, adding the arms to a little pink glittery Friendly Fox, and much better to do it before the tail is on. Some people I think would even do it before the face was on, because I didn't mind having mine on the side of the body like that, but I've noticed other people have put them more over, closer to the middle of the body, if that makes sense. I decided I wanted this little Friendly Fox to have a friend, so this is a little lawn fawn bird, and I'll link up the set that I got it from, and I've added some foam tape and then some liquid glue on the back of the foam because I'm sticking to glitter cardstock, which is a bit textured. And this little fella's got a little flower cut from an Altenew. It's the poinsettia flower that Altenew bought out at Christmas time. Just adding some Spectrum Noir glitter shimmer pen to that one. And here are my completed bookmarks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed my craft, and I'll see you again soon.